Welcome, friends. Isn't it amazing how the vast seas and oceans can bring us such peace and tranquility? However, there is always a little flutter of excitement in our hearts when we contemplate their untold secrets. Imagine this. We have only discovered 10% of these amazing depths. The limitless wonders hidden beneath those waves ignite our creativity and fuel our wildest imaginations. For centuries, the oceans have been a treasure trove for storytellers around the world, full of incredible tales waiting to be discovered. Imagine imaginative sea creatures more adorable than you could ever dream of. Immerse yourself with us as we celebrate this exhilarating journey into uncharted seas, where endless imagination meets serene beauty. Welcome, thrill seekers. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of mythical sea monsters. But before we set sail on this adventure, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button so you never miss out on our latest tales. Let's journey back to ancient Greek mythology, where we'll encounter the fearsome Charybdis. This legendary beast was said to be responsible for creating the largest whirlpools ever seen in the Mediterranean Sea. Nestled by the Strait of Messina, Charybdis would ensnare any ship that dared pass through her territory in a colossal whirlpool up to 23 meters wide. Sailors and their vessels were pulled into this watery vortex with no trace left behind, not even a single splinter of wreckage. Once upon a time, legend has it that this formidable monster was actually a breathtakingly beautiful girl. She was the lovely daughter of Poseidon, the god of the seas in Greek mythology, and Gaia. But one day, Zeus cast a curse on her, transforming her into an awe-inspiring creature. According to myth, Charybdis began to look like an enormous worm with eyes atop her head and a mouth that's as wide and wondrous as a giant abyss. Her unique destiny was to always be parched for seawater throughout her life, drinking it in vast amounts 3 times each day. And oh boy, did she put on a show, with every sip creating those massive whirlpools everyone talks about. Who could forget? Sailors who dared venture close were greeted by another delightful surprise, a legendary monster even more dangerous waiting across the strait's other side. Beyond the shimmering waters of the Strait of Messina resides a legendary and thrilling mythical figure, Scylla. Once upon a time, she was a nymph known for her unparalleled beauty, which caught the eye of Poseidon himself. Smitten by her charm, Poseidon dreamt of making her his own. However, this sparked envy in his wife, who decided to cast a spell on the waters where Scylla bathed. The enchanted springs transformed poor Scylla into quite an astonishing creature. There are various vivid tales about her transformation. Some say that while her upper half remained as lovely as ever, from the waist down she became a snake-like being with multiple heads resembling fierce dogs linked to her body. Other stories describe her metamorphosis into something akin to a hydra with immense serpentine or dragon-like heads ready to terrorize any sailors venturing through the strait. Today, there's even an enchanting city in Italy named after this captivating legend, a wonderful reminder believed to be Scylla's home before her dramatic transformation into such an extraordinary monster. Aspidoccolone is a marvel of the sea, so spectacularly enormous that when sailors float by, they're convinced they're seeing an island rather than this magnificent creature. Tales describe Aspidoccolone as either the grandest whale to ever exist or an awe-inspiring giant turtle. Imagine its majestic form, immense in size with a back adorned in rocks, cracks, and even trees. These natural features create valleys and hills resembling a sprawling island resting peacefully on the water. Legend has it that when Aspidoccolone drifts into slumber, it dips its head underwater, leaving only its island-like back above the surface. As unsuspecting ships sail close by, they mistake this fantastic being for a serene island. Unwittingly charmed by what they see as new land amidst open waters, the sailors dock their ship and light fires to prepare food or stay cozy. Little do they know, this enchanting island is about to surprise them. For once awakened from its nap by these activities, Aspidoccolone rises to greet them with quite an appetite before taking their ship down into ocean depths. What an incredible adventure of mythic proportions, sailing through enchanted seas where islands may turn out to be living legends. The Core of Wrekin is a formidable sea entity rooted in Scottish folklore. According to these narratives, this colossal creature demands sustenance from no fewer than 7 massive whales to be appeased. Despite its immense size and insatiable hunger, the Korevrekan employs cunning deceit to ensnare its prey, ranging even emaciated victims who fail to satiate its boundless appetite. Scottish mythology recounts tales of the monster's ability to transform, at will, into the guise of a small silverfish. This deceptive maneuver lures unsuspecting fishermen into capturing it within their nets. Upon capture, the creature reverts swiftly to its monstrous form, unleashing havoc upon both the fisherman and his accompanying crew. My son, if you see a horse near the water, do not approach it and do not ever think about riding it. This saying was an old Scottish warning from parents to their children out of fear of the water horse, which is an evil spirit in the form of a horse, according to Scottish legends. It lives in the seas and lakes and appears to people nearby from the water in the form of a wonderfully beautiful horse, and as long as whoever sees it does not think about riding on it, he will remain safe. But the moment he rides this horse, his end is worse than he could imagine. At that time, the horseman runs in the direction of the water, and no matter how hard the victim tries to stop the horse or get off it, he cannot, and in the end the horse takes him to the deepest point in the sea and devours every part of him except the liver, which floats on the surface of the seawater, so the victim's family knows that he is a victim of a seahorse. Some stories say that this monster sometimes takes the form of a handsome man who seduces girls and takes them to the depths of lakes, leaving nothing but livers. The Midgard serpent, also known as the world serpent, is a colossal sea serpent enveloping the entire earth, according to Scandinavian mythology. This creature is said to be one of the offspring of Loki and the giantess Angerboa. Due to the profound enmity between giants and gods in this mythological tradition, Odin took action against the serpent while it was still diminutive by casting it into the ocean. However, as fate would have it, the serpent continued to grow until its immense size encircled the globe completely with its tail meeting its fangs, a phenomenon that earned it recognition as the world serpent. Legend holds that when this formidable being releases its tail from between its teeth, such an event will herald Ragnarok, the end of days. Within these myths, Thor emerges as this fearsome serpent's archenemy. Numerous mythical battles are said to occur between them. Nevertheless, during Ragnarok's apocalyptic climax stands their final confrontation, a duel prophesied to bring about both their demises. Hydra, the legendary sea serpent. In the depths of Lake Lerna, near the entrance to the underworld, lies the fearsome Hydra, a creature of great power and danger in Greek and Roman mythology. With its 9 heads, each more deadly than the last, the Hydra is a formidable opponent for any hero brave enough to face it. Legend has it that if one were to cut off one of the Hydra's heads, 2 more would grow in its place, making it nearly impossible to defeat. This regenerative ability, coupled with the creature's poisonous blood, makes it a truly terrifying adversary. The very scent of its blood is said to be lethal, a testament to the Hydra's deadly nature. One of the most famous encounters with the Hydra was when the hero Hercules took on the beast as one of his 12 labors. With the help of his nephew, Hercules managed to cut off the Hydra's heads one by one, but each time a head was severed, 2 more would sprout in its place, making the battle seem never-ending. Despite the Hydra's resilience, Hercules eventually found a way to defeat the creature. After cutting off all of its heads, he used a burning stick to cauterize the wounds, preventing any new heads from growing. Finally, Hercules buried the last head under a massive rock. As we come to the end of this video, I couldn't help but feel a tinge of excitement mixed with a hint of sadness. The last word. It holds so much power, so much finality, and yet, it opens up a world of possibilities. It's like the closing act of a great performance, leaving us wanting more, but also giving us a sense of satisfaction. So, my dear friends, as we come to the last word, I want to leave you with a message of love and positivity. Stay happy, stay safe, and keep spreading joy wherever you go. Let's continue to support each other and lift each other up, making this world a brighter and more beautiful place for us all. And with that, I bid you farewell until we meet again. Remember, the last word is just the beginning of a new chapter, so let's embrace it with open arms and hearts full of hope. Love you all, and may your days be filled with sunshine and happiness. Cheers to the journey ahead.